Hi, welcome back. I'm Brainerror, and today we are doing another Just Chatting. Unlike last Just Chatting, I am not sleep deprived, but I can't promise I'll make any more sense. Also, the thing that is like heavily on my mind lately is perhaps a subject that is a little bit heavy. Oh yeah, I made all these lamps. So good. But I just wanted to lightly discuss it because it's just bothering me a lot. And I know it's nothing new. It's something that mankind's always struggled with. Excuse me. Also, my apologies. I noticed lately that I'm quite burpy in my videos, especially when I speak. And I think it has to do with my overall health at the moment, but don't worry about that. It's fine. That's not what I want to talk about. I talk about my health plenty. In fact, that's what I did in... These arms weren't here before. They were in a different location. Unless I can see them now because I built so many freaking lights. If you're wondering where I am, me and Lily decided to make yet another base, but elsewhere. And this cave is very useful because it's full of cloth, and every time you go back in, the cloth respawns. So it's like endless supply of cloth. It's great. But it does mean that wow, I'm right next to a village, so it gets attacked quite a lot. But we've got this whole cave to like hide in, so. It's great. Let's see how much cloth I got actually. 689, so I think I'm alright. What's my money doing? Wow, I am rich in this game. I wish I had this in real life. Where are my coins? Here. Whoa! I'm super rich in coins. Give me more. It's funny, isn't it? I can see this happening in real life as well. Those just fell from the sky. I saw you. There weren't this many. I swear there weren't this many here before. Anyway, it doesn't matter. So yeah, we decided to... Oh, I didn't want to do that. I wanted to finish this. There you go. Another light. Yeah, because these don't stay lit. Every time you leave the cave, come back in, they're out, which is really stupid. So yeah. That's why I decided to take this task on, so when Lily comes back to this server, they can enjoy all the light in the world. Yeah, we're just like... Because me and Lily are quite similar, where in this game we like to just chill by building stuff. Just ridiculous stuff. And the occasional fight. It's very... it's relaxing. I don't know why. I said that before about this game. This game, when I'm really angry, I go into this game angry or upset or sad. Any like negative big emotion I have when I play this. I don't go in it like wanting violence or anything like that. It's just all the actions in this game just calms me down. Well, not all of them. Most of them. Like to say, I haven't been frustrated in this game before, but it's almost like just a place where I can turn my brain off when I want to. But it's also a great way to discuss things when I want to. So me and Lily quite often have conversations whilst playing, which is very nice. So yeah, I'm looking forward to going back to that at some point, but I've had zero time. I've been so busy with so much stuff. Part of it my own fault because the garden that I created this year was maybe 10 times as much as I did last year, and it took a lot of work. I'm very happy with it. It really saved my brain meats at times, really turning into my dad in that respect, where when I'm gardening it relaxes me, it makes me not think about the issues that I have to face, and I can just focus on the most simple and most beautiful form of life, which is growing your own food and just seeing it all come to life and come to fruition. You know, it's like a metaphor for life in like a micro environment where you see direct results of your inputs, which is maybe why my dad found it very useful for him. Are the shadows okay outside? I think the sun's setting. But it was a lot of work that I don't mind doing. It's just that I didn't have time to do that much work on top of all the other things that I'm doing. I'm doing a lot of stuff because I don't know, I always feel like I have to do a lot of stuff. The sun's not... Oh yeah, it is going down slowly, I think. So yeah, this is what we're building right now. Just the outside of a cave. We're gonna make a little fortress around here. We've got a few tree heights that we can go into. And then right there is the village. One of the smaller villages, but it's near the big village. So I'm here, and then you can see to my right that there's another village, which is the big one, the biggest one, I think. Which is useful for supplies and stuff, but not great for if you don't want to get attacked. But it's absolutely gorgeous here, like the plant life and the lights, and I think even the wildlife is different here. Yeah, we got these red plants here, which are really nice. I've never really looked into this area very closely because it always scared me a little bit, and still makes me nervous, but it's nice. When nothing's happening, it's really nice. Hello, you alright? Oh, that's you walking, is it? You're very loud for a lizard. But then you are a Komodo lizard, and I'm not sure why you're here. Okay. Anyway, the thing that I've been plagued with in my mind lately is mortality. And I know everybody feels that, and I know everybody... I mean, I've always had it in the back of my mind that things aren't endless. Things will come to an end, and life is very fragile a lot of the time. And I've had a few very close scrapes, like some of y'all have had, either in the form of accidents or something else. And it just makes you realize in that instant that life is fragile and it's very fleeting, and it could be gone within seconds if you're very unlucky. But it's not so much of that. I mean, I've always had that realization and that awareness ever since I was little, which didn't really help growing up because I was quite scared of a lot of things. Oh yeah, I was building that, wasn't I? But lately, because I'm getting older, of course, I know, some of y'all always like to point out that I'm not old, but thing is, I could be, if I'm lucky, halfway through my life. If I'm unlucky, I might have years, weeks, you know? And it's just... I've been thinking about it a lot, and just about the whole kind of my role in the cosmos, so to speak. Just my role on the planet. I often think about society, how we are as a society, as a species, as a, you know, everything we do in life. And I try not to think about it too. I can't even sleep. Are you kidding me? I gotta stay in the... Right, we're gonna go back then. Like even this, doing YouTube, playing games. There's no point to it, ultimately. And that's what I think about quite a lot. Like, everything is pointless when you really think about it. And it's very... it makes me sad, but I hate that it also takes away my will to do stuff. You know? I can't see where I am. And that's, you know, where I struggle a lot, where I'm like, well, why do I need to work towards having a career? Why do I need to work towards, you know, being a functional member in society? Why do I have to do all these things? Ultimately, it makes no difference. You know, we're just in this endless cycle of doing the same thing over and over and over. And then you die, and then what? We've seen over the centuries that not much is changing. People are still ultimately the same. So, I know, like I said, it's pretty heavy subject. And don't get me wrong, it's not like I'm gonna not try anymore. I will always try. I've always had that kind of will of trying, even when everything is against me. But I just think about these things, like, we create so much just to make the short time that we have on this planet entertaining, fulfilling, enjoyable. You know, a lot of people use it to accumulate as much as they can in a short amount of, as much of a short amount of time as they can. But what for? What for? And then especially when you think about the bigger issues in life, where you know, you see all the violence and the problems and the greed and the backstabbing and the racism and the sexism and the abuse and oh, I forgot I picked you up, and all that kind of stuff. And then, like, we're putting so much effort into other things, like making games, like making films, like making going out, enjoying ourselves, building a career. But we don't put that same effort into the very basic of our society, which is that we don't look after each other and we don't care for each other enough, and ourselves. You know, a lot of people think that they look after themselves when they really don't. And, you know, stuff like substance abuse. A lot of people kind of okay drinking, for example. You know, oh, it's funny to be drunk every evening, and or every weekend, I should say, not every evening. I don't think a lot of people would agree with that, but yeah, it's just like that kind of, I don't know. Why do we put so much effort into things that ultimately don't matter, when we could really build like a better society, a better environment for all, and who knows, maybe that would actually make like a proper impact. And I'm not talking about scientists and the people that actually do work that have a huge impact. And I'm also not downplaying everybody else doing work, because altogether we need everyone. But when you look into long term, scientists and doctors are probably the ones that are the most important when it comes to the future of our planet and society, if they survive. Which is a whole nother subject. Like, if we could just put all that effort that we put into everything else as well into making sure that our social world, our, you know, our existence as a whole is the best it can be. Why are so many people like looking in, like only seeing what's directly in front of them and are in tiny bubbles and do not want to step outside of that to put the same effort in that they do every weekend going out, for example? I'm like, I don't get it. Also, this tangent went off in a different direction than I wanted. But it does stem from being like suddenly feeling like my mortality a lot. Especially being chronically ill. See? I'm always worried about how much time I've got left. How much good time I've got left. I'm not saying I'm gonna, you know, perish anytime soon. It's just how much quality time, for me, quality time, do I have left? I mean, it could be over in a year. I could suddenly really decline and not be able to do this anymore. But then I ultimately also think about mortality, and I'm like, well, there's no real point to my life. No, in the long term, I mean. I mean, there is a point to my life, but long term, not really. And that's scary when you think about it, you know? It's something I've just been struggling with a lot, and I suppose that just comes with age. You know, the older you get, the more you're confronted with these things, the more you realize that the end is ever nearer. And then what? I do try to tuck it away again, because there's no point on dwelling on it, apart from being the best person you can be. And I mean that not just for yourself, but for everybody that you come across. Sorry, Mr. Arm, did I sploosh you? It is, I was also thinking it's kind of cruel to know you're just part of a natural cycle. Because we're basically doing the same as all creatures on the planet, and all life on the planet actually, is to just grow up, procreate, die. And that's what the whole planet does. That's the cycle of life. And it's just, you know, excuse me? That's just the way it is. But the cruel thing is that we're aware of our existence. And yet we're so out of touch with it at the same time. And if you ever wonder why there's so many people struggling mentally, whether it's through, you know, depression or whatever, or, you know, just behaving a certain way that they are, I can understand where it all stems from, because it's a fucked up situation to be in. It's absolutely fucked. You know, to have the intelligence, the awareness of your own existence, and knowing that it will end, is such a mindfuck. And that's been, yeah, it's been on my mind a lot. Where even things that used to give me a lot of pleasure are now, it just feels like, well, why am I doing this? When I'm dead I forget, and then what? And it's just fleeting thoughts like that. It's like, I know it's not healthy to think that way. I know it's not something I should dwell on, and you know, you should always live your best life. You should always get as much out of it as possible without hurting others or yourself, of course. So you know, traveling, for example. It's like, oh, I could do this and that and that. It's like, yeah, it's just tough. I don't know. It's just been really, really strong in my mind lately that everything is just kind of meaningless. I guess that's why I always want to do more, you know? I always want to do more things. But I can't, because I'm not healthy. I'm not a healthy person. I can't do a lot of things. I still do a lot more than I used to, though, to make this like a more positive point in this very dark discussion, is that I am doing a lot more than I used to. I should eat something. I've got some buffers. You know, when I look at my 20s, those were probably the darkest years of my life, where my health was so bad, my mental health and physical health were so bad that I could have lost myself, and I almost did. But I didn't even have the mental strength to do as much as I do now, because I realized that physically I'm actually not that much better. It's just that I'm mentally a lot stronger than I used to be, and I push myself a lot more, but also know when to say no, and not let people pressure me into doing things when I know that it will make me ill, or I just can't. Well, usually I say no. It is kind of hard at the same time because ADHD gives you no time reference or time frame at all. Oops, sorry. So when I say, oh, it will only take 10 minutes and 8 hours later I'll still be doing it, you know, I have no realization of time, which is really, really difficult. So there I kind of like shoot myself in the foot quite a lot. If I say something like, oh yeah, I'll have it with you tomorrow, and then I'm working on it and I realize that it takes a lot more time, or I have a bad day physically and I can't actually complete what I needed to. There's nothing more disheartening to tell somebody over and over, sorry, it's going to be later. Sorry, because I just have no idea. I don't know what time frame I can give, because my ADHD stops me from understanding time. And the other one is that because I'm physically unwell with ME, chronic fatigue, and fibromyalgia, that can flare up at any moment. So a couple of days ago I was in so much pain, you probably saw it in my videos, where I was quite cranky playing a game, and I was just constantly shifting and uncomfortable because I just couldn't I didn't want to physically sit into my chair. My hips and my back were aflame with pain from fibro, from just sitting in one position for too long, because I've been doing a lot more work behind the PC lately. And you know, I don't know when that's going to happen. Sometimes I don't get it at all. Sometimes it will happen after a few hours of being behind a PC. I had a moment where I couldn't even hold my Apple Pencil to draw because it physically hurt me to do that and hold the pencil, which is super light. And I just couldn't do it. Every time I was drawing, my whole arm hurt right up to my shoulder. So, you know, I can never say what's going to happen, and that's the same with YouTube, that's the same with everything, where I can say, oh yeah, I'll do this tomorrow, I'll schedule this for then, or I can play that game then. I can't make any promises ever. I can never say these things because I don't know what's going to happen the next day. Anyway, that's a whole different discussion. But I am doing a lot more than I used to, which is great. Sorry, I'm just walking around in circles here. I do want to show you stuff, but I'm waiting for daytime. Oh, it's almost daytime, I think. Hello? Ah, there you go. Sunrise. It's very quiet here. Get out this one. I should probably get some fish. Yeah. We made this little thing. I'm surprised I haven't attacked it yet. I was gonna make a walkway all the way down, but it doesn't work that way, unfortunately. So it's only up to here for now. Look how pretty that light is. Why do I have my axe with me? Yeah, it's definitely a lot nicer down here than Goose Lake, where we were before. But it's also a lot more dangerous. I should probably like finish this area here. I don't want to be a downer to everybody, but I think there's a healthy balance between realizing that, I mean, like, I don't know. There's just a healthy balance in everything. Of being aware of your mortality, but also to enjoy what you have at the time, because it will be over, and not get stuck in one or the other. You know, there's a good balance, because knowing that you're mortal also makes you more humble. But then don't get stuck in that mindset too much, because then it will drag you down with depression. And then, like I've had, look at this crazy sun going down, going up actually. Oh, so pretty. It's so quiet here. Yeah, just don't get stuck in that either, because then, you know, you get a very negative mindset with things, which is not good either. I should probably fish. Can I get fish from here? I don't see any. Fish? Fish, 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 fish. There might be some berries around. It's so quiet. It's great. Oh yeah, these two boats are here. I don't know if I'm hearing something in the background, but it's very far away. Yeah, the coast is just through here, so... What was that? Oh, mud. Yeah, mud me up, why not? Oh! We're right opposite the yacht. That's useful. I do want to go back to my own base, actually. I might grab some more supplies from the yacht real quick. Because I am hungry and I know there's stuff in it. Are you an oyster? I can never find oysters. Lily's very good at finding them. I'm just rubbish. Oh, you didn't have choke. Good for you. So yeah, that's just been on my mind a lot. Did you pick it up? Oh, I got enough. And it sucks. But I tried to find that balance. You know? I tried to find that balance. And a lot of people don't like thinking about it or discussing it, but I think it is important too. Oh yeah, it was empty on canisters as well. I think it's really important too. But I do understand. Oh, I can't have any more? Oh yeah, I'm completely full. Let's eat some snackies. I wanna eat some snackies. Where are the oysters? Where? Where? Gotta make Lily proud. There! Found one! Another one! Lily, did you see me? I found one. Okay. But I will snap out of it again. I just gotta, you know. Oh, crunchy, and he's slurping it down. Nice. I will get back into... I think the other thing is that I'm just super stressed at the moment, which makes those kind of things worse. You know, work is still on and off. I'm kind of like, do I want to continue being in the game industry? Because it is a very, very, very volatile career. It's... I knew it was like up and down, but not as bad as it has been. I suppose it also comes with the territory of just starting out, because then you end up with like smaller projects, which are all dependent on a lot of stuff. And then just, yeah, taking too much on. Like the garden was both a blessing and a curse this year, and it's all winding down now because fall is on the way. Which I'm actually really looking forward to this year. So yeah, let's just end this this little chat on a note about fall, because I'm actually really looking forward to it. It's been a while since I had that. Like, I've always been a very focused on spring and summer person. At least the last 15 years or so. But slowly I'm now starting to really want fall again, or autumn. I really want winter. If we can have a proper winter this year, that'd be great, because the natural world needs it, seriously. A harsh winter is really good for getting rid of viruses, pests, all that kind of thing, and we just we need that, you know? We have enough to deal with in the world right now regarding all those things and more. Wow, I've really been eating all my supplies, huh? It's good to be back, actually. I wonder how many chicory I can actually hold. Oh. We need rock. I don't need rock. Oh, you okay? Right. There's the wall of home. I wonder if anything got destroyed here, because I left it last time. I thought I heard the ka-thump of a big dude. How many have died down here? Because they keep squeezing through that gap in the wall. Might have to find a different way of getting over that wall. But yeah, we've got a wall around the base now, which is pretty cool. And we have this thing. Which is just amazing. I tried to slide off it, or actually no, Lily's tried to slide off it with the shell, and it's just not feasible, unfortunately. These have not grown back. I'm surprised. Maybe things only grow back when you've been in that particular section. Because they were growing back every other day in game. Yeah, this tower, I don't know if I ever showed the tower that I built with my brother back then, but it's so high, but it gives the best view. I mean, look at that. I'll go down those slides as well. I had a different slide, but it got destroyed. Yeah, so we've also got a wall around the fishing area at the back, because the amount of times that you're fishing there and then suddenly there's a cannibal screaming in your ear was just so annoying. So we've got a zip line going down, which is really good fun. Doesn't kill you, surprisingly. Also got that big square in the back is actually my garden where I grow everything. Ah. Can do these now because I've got some more rope. Oh yeah, and this monstrosity. So for some reason it allowed me to place a really big bonfire in just the air like that. It's like, good job. You know, good job, game. I love that it's still wonky in places. I'm looking forward to Sons of the Forest though. October. October is going to be a good gaming month, actually. Yeah, got little birds up here as well. Yeah, look at that. And then we've got this, which is the zip line from the coast where I just walked. It doesn't actually hit any trees, which is surprising. But sometimes your character lets go of the rope for no particular reason. If you do that whilst on here, you die. So, I think last time Lily had to run towards me and actually save my bacon because I was dying on the floor. But yeah, it's really cool to see everything. I hope that it's just not rendered in and we do still have 2 gates down there, otherwise I'll have to rebuild that. But what's really what makes you realize that this game's really impressive, despite everything else, is that when you're this high up, you can still see cannibals when they have a headlight or something, run through the forest, like really far away, which I didn't think was going to be a thing. And the other thing that I always liked about this game, was it this game? No, that was Subnautica, sorry. I'm getting too confused. But yeah, you can see cannibals like running through the forest at night with a torch, which is really quite impressive. Boing. And that's that. We can do this little slide as well. Oh. Only I made the slide a bit too far, so this door has issues sometimes. Let's T. I said a T. So yeah, let me know what you think and whether you think about these things. Oh, you're fine now. No, you see, get stuck. What do you think about these things as well? I know it's nothing. It's a pretty common subject, but I got stuck. Wait, what? Wait, what? I can go faster if I press forward? Oh my god. Okay, let's do that. I didn't know I could. Excuse me? Why are all games I'm playing lately just thundery? Oh, go. Why? There you go. Yeah, Jesus. Woo! That's cool. I like that. Yeah, got another one down there. Yeah, put it away. Right, I need to fill up on supplies. Oh yeah, I made yet another zipline. I was like, why do I have to go like constantly the long way around when I could just zipline down? Oh, why are you not spawning for me? Right, it's time to murder some. It's a real shame that the bushes don't always respawn or don't regrow their berries. Look at all these beauties. Right, time to pop. Wow. Should have some nice berries later, but we do have mushies, so that's okay. Mush. And like I said as well, it's like it's important to keep these conversations going. Not to bring anybody down. That's not my intention. And if I have, then I'm sorry. I don't mean that. But I also don't want to be silent on these kind of subjects because, like I said, it's a right. So I've got some mushies. Now I wanna get a few fishies. Oh yeah, and the tower is a bit bigger now. The log sled is upside down. It was still a pain. Why is this such a big gap? Was that always like that? Might be slightly broken. I'll go down with a repair tool in a sec. Yeah, it's a shame you have to jump up the whole time to actually get to anywhere, but it's still pretty cool that I was allowed to build this. You know, it's not high. I was building this because we hadn't found the prints for that thing yet. Look how big it is. Yeah. Let's see. Is anything broken? It could be that some cannibals got in and broke it. No, it's always. Oh yeah, yeah. Oh, on that side though, but not this. This has always been wonky like this. Oh. Oh. Okay. I'm gonna do a quick look around. Come on. What I do like is that, oh, you are still there. You're both in good shape? Good. Is that the cannibals initially will have a real problem with these structures, but eventually they just get used to it. And I built all these things like in a running path as well, like in a patrol path. And I thought that was going to be a huge issue, and it was in the beginning. We were relentlessly attacked. But after a while, they just adjusted, and they even adjusted their path running around. So that's really cool. You know, those kind of things are really cool. That's what impressed me about this game in the first place, is that the AI of the enemies are adjustable. You know, sometimes they will adjust their behavior because of things that you've done. Which was, for me, was a first at the time. There you go. Got loads of blackberries. Oh, I say loads. Cool. Nice. Okay, let's get some fish before it gets dark. Bonk. Wait. Why is there a weird blob over there? What is it? Oh, it's a bush. She's not rendering in properly. Okay, and a spear. Let's get some fishes. Should put a few more lights in here. It's still quite hard to see. Hey, got ya. Delicious wriggler. Got ya. Oh, missed you. Got ya. There. You can actually catch 4 if you leave the last one on your spare, which is quite useful. Right. Well, that was my little chat for today. You know, it was either this or the reasons why I don't want to have kids. So, you know, it was not going to be a happy chat regardless. I'll leave that cheery subject for another day. Goodness. Come on. Oh, I can eat you now. There. Nice. Slurpee. Nice. We could put that away now. It's nice being back here now. I've not been here for a week or so in-game. Now we've got a little table now. Oh yeah, we divided the wall, or the room, because it just felt too open. I'm not a huge fan of open plan anyway. I do like some dividing features in an area. So yeah, I just got these little dividers up with lots of skull lights. But now it irritates me that this is so close to this. And the baby head wall's coming along nicely. You know? Gorgeous. Alright, let's save. Nice roaring fire. Let's get all cozy. Whilst I'm, you know, in my meat suit. And my robes. And yeah. It was nice just getting this off my chest and chatting about it. And let me know your thoughts about everything. And I'll be looking forward to the next time we chat during the forest. Oh, I'll promise to pick a more cherished subject. Maybe. Anyway, thank you so much for joining me as always, and I will see you when I see you.